What should multifamily maintenance training look like in 2023?
So in 2023, I think you should have, I would just say benchmark 40 to 120 hours of training, period. If you don't do it, we need to sit down and talk, and we have to address it in your weekly, monthly, quarterly, annual reviews. And if you're the supervisor or the manager, you directly will answer for why they're not going to training. So I would start there. And the next, because what happens is, well, I don't want to get into that, but just the idea is we have to push people and nudge them towards performing better, and we have to give them the resources. So I would do soft skill training, hard skill training, which is a technical part. And if you could take a sheet of paper and just draw boxes, just right next to each other, a row of boxes, below them another row of boxes, and go pull a history from your property. What are the top 5 service requests in every category? Plumbing, electrical, HVAC, carpentry, miscellaneous, whatever that is. I would make sure everybody gets training in those immediately. When that's done, get it in the top 10. While you're also evaluating each person, because if you ask a manager what the training is important, they usually fair housing, sexual harassment, customer service, whatever. If you ask a technician, electrical, HVAC, plumbing, oh, by the way, I'll do those too. And so we have opposite views of the spectrum. So I think we need more training. We need to teach supervisors how to be supervisors, how to manage, lead, and influence. And I can't stand the term working supervisor. When I hear that phrase, I cringe. The job of a supervisor is to supervise. There's no, it's not do both. And it's like, would you ever say I want a working manager? It doesn't even make sense, right? So I would start with that training, and I would put it in 2 columns, and it would be hard social skills, business skills, soft skills, and then the hard skills. And I would balance that out depending on the person. And then I would make management answer for why that is or is not done. And I think it should be part of your bonus and performance structure. And so I think that's what it should be. And I would say up to 1/3 of training could be in the field on the job training with a mentor. But the mentorship is really important, and we need to get those in the field.
Mark, what practical advice can you offer to the audience about identifying opportunities and maximizing personal growth within the multifamily maintenance field?
So if you're going to ask somebody, we'll frame this 2 ways. What's your weak point? What are your weaknesses? Person's going to look at you and be like, I don't know. But if I asked you, do me a favor, we're going to send you to training. What I want to know is what you would like to go to first and put it in a list priority. The other thing is, if you're a manager and you're making these decisions, and it depends on who's listening to this and watching this, right? What you encourage is what you multiply. What you standardize, what you enforce is what you standardize. So avoidance is a standardization now. Addressing things before they become an issue is a standardization. So the practical advice is, are you, and I'm asking you this question if you're listening and watching this, me to you personally, are you making every single person around you better? And how? And if not, why? And you're going to find that there's 2 basic types of people. People that bring everyone else around them, so at the lowest point, they're better than they were before, or people that don't really want anyone else to look quite as good as they are. And that's usually through fear. So the practical advice I would say is this. No information, no knowledge goes to the grave. Everybody learns, everybody trains. We win together, we lose together. There's no me and you. And you can't be people that go to the same place and show up for work if you're a team. It goes team, teammate, me. And if that's out of order, everything's out of balance. And the practical advice I would say is, if you think training is expensive, just have a group full of untrained people and see how much that costs you between lawsuits, liability, and projects. It's going to be through the roof. So the practical advice is, as a leader and as a manager, you control resources, time, and money. You don't control people. What you do as a leader is you influence people, and your team is counting on you. They hope and they wish and they are counting on you that you will help them make better. So the next thing is, how much time are you willing to sacrifice for that to happen? Because, you'll hear these things, and I just like the perspective shifts more than anything. If you, like, say I have kids, right? And imagine I told them, you can be anything. The world is yours. I want you to be amazing. I want you to build this wonderful life. But when you go to work, no one will let you be as good as they are. And that's not how it should be. It should be like, I want you to go to a place where they're going to push you and nudge you in the right direction. You may not like it sometimes, but you know it's better for you overall. And you're going to have a coach and a manager and a supervisor that are going to put you in classes whether you want to or not. Trust me, 5 years from now, you're going to be grateful that you went. And the reason that most people fear training and they say, I've been doing this for so long, and I can tell you this as a coach, is people don't want to look or feel like they look stupid. And, that's a thing that people, they put a rating on themselves. And so I can't tell you how many people go to training and they're like, you know what, I didn't want to go. And I wish.